Subscribe to Nigeria's Craziest. Press the bell icon and never miss another video update.
Nigeria's Craziest does not have a view of any political parties, individuals, or religious group. This show is just for comedy purposes only. It might contain scenes with strong languages, strong satirical humor, links to a relative you might know, and references some may find offensive. If that kind of thing will offend you, because close your browser now and get out of here. Get out of here, man! Shit, I'm saying! Because that's what we do!
Comedians are absolutely insane. That means illegal.
Welcome, guys, to this episode.
We are trying, at this point, we want to divertation to politics. Politics, man.
It's paining us because there are these things going on in Africa. It doesn't make sense. How can an ancestor, a man that is qualified to be a god, this Museveni is old enough to be a god?
Somebody that they will be worshipping. They just go, our God is in one corner. Take 2 kola nuts. Take small enough. Go and
How can a god be the president for over 34 years? This year will make it 35 years.
Our own is even how many years now? He ruled before for how many years? Was it 2 terms?
Who?
Buhari.
No, Buhari is one term.
So now he's using 3rd term.
Yeah.
That's for that's 12 years.
This one has ruled since 1986.
They never dream.
He does not want to. He has gone 6 terms. 6.
My papa and mama never dream say they won't marry.
A 76-year-old man. Africa, after you people will cry that Bill Gates is our problem. Okay, now, do you know what happened in Uganda? Bobi Wine, we already know that you are going to lose. I told you that Bobi Wine will lose. Because you cannot beat an incumbent. The only way is for people to come out to hold their votes.
Yes.
Museveni spent $22.4 million on biometric voting machines.
Oh.
People were happy. That's they are going to use biometric voting machine. Everybody's info is already there.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened on election day? They off internet.
Oh,
biometric voting machine. Obago. No working.
Hey!
Everybody, most people sat down in their houses. Soldiers were intimidating people, stuffing ballot boxes. Let them watch this little clip when they come back.
Earlier, Bobi Wine, he claimed he was winning this election by a long way. He called this election the worst case of rigging in Ugandan history. He used the phrase daylight robbery, and he accused soldiers of intimidating people and stuffing ballot boxes. He said in some parts of the country people didn't vote at all. Now, he stopped short of directly calling for any kind of action, but he did say whatever we do will be lawful, suggesting he might make a more direct call to action from his supporters. So he said he'll make another announcement later in the day, so we'll wait to hear what he has to say then. The Electoral Commission has responded to these claims by Bobi Wine, saying he needed to prove these accusations. They defended the transparency of the process and said that the internet blackout, which has been throughout the country since yesterday, hasn't affected the transmission of the results in any way. That's been disputed by several opposition candidates who say they've not been able to effectively observe the tallying due to the internet shutdown.
And Grania, is there a risk that Bobi Wine's comments will spark unrest in Uganda?
Well, as we know, this has been a hugely violent election campaign. There's been significant tension in the run-up to the vote. The President and the security services have repeatedly warned that any kind of unrest would be very firmly dealt with. The police chief saying before the election that anyone who caused trouble would regret the day they were born. We saw in November that when Bobi Wine was arrested, there were 2 days of riots, which led to the deaths of at least 54 people. So if Bobi Wine is arrested again for any reason, that would have the potential to be a significant flashpoint.
What are the international observers saying about this election?
Well, there are very few international observers, much fewer than in previous elections. The European Union, normally one of the main observer missions, haven't got observers here this year. They decided not to send a mission because they say none of the recommendations that they've made after previous elections had ever been applied. Some diplomatic missions here in Kampala sent observers across the country, and reports are patchy so far because of the internet blackout. But there are consistent reports of polling stations having opened late, of problems with the biometric voter identification system, but we're still waiting for a full report from both the diplomatic missions and the East African community observers. Local observers have also pointed to problems with the biometric system, but they said there was a high turnout, especially amongst younger voters.
You're welcome back.
Thanks.
Aye. You can see that Bobi Wine has even declared himself winner.
But there is this, the thing is, I saw a video where he was arrested.
He had, long before, they've arrested him, they've tried to intimidate him.
Okay. The other part I saw 2 days ago was the Ichiche location voting area where the voting took place. I saw all the list. I don't know if that one is not real. I saw every location that he is the one leading, and I thought he won the election. I thought he won the election. I never knew.
When there is rigging, how will he win the election when there is rigging? You don't know that this man was a rebel before. Do you know that this man was a rebel? Museveni.
Red label.
No, rebel. Forget that. Use your rubbish English. Museveni.
I want to know.
It's not red label. I said rebel. Museveni was a rebel.
I want to call Rachel. Okay. Is it
I will
Rachel?
give you slap. Just shut up. Let me talk.
Okay.
Museveni was a rebel when I seized power in 1986.
He seized power.
Shut up. He collected power. He seized power in 1986.
He knows nobody seizes any power.
He collected power from the government in 1986. Since then, this man has been president of Uganda. It's not like he's doing anything fantastic in Uganda. The country is poor. Things are not moving well. Step aside. The people don't want you. You, this ancestor, you are old enough to be. If you die now, you are going to be a god.
Yes, now they will just go to his burial ground, be putting red oil. Like they
will be pouring libation towards you because you are a god.
They will be putting kola nut.
How much do you need? You have stayed in power for over 35 years.
Wait, maybe it was this man lying? He said in the like 3 years or so that their economy, the Uganda economy, as one of the top 10 country that they have a good economy.
He's mad now. He's mad. That is why the people want him out.
And he said something. Said before they quoted what he said then before he came to power, that if any democracy is not going well or doing well for the people, it should be voted out. They now ask him, what have you been able to do? He now said they should go and check. They should go and check his record. He has done so many things. They asked him about Bobi Wine, that he arrested Bobi Wine. He said no. He said Bobi Wine did something, that he broke the rules of
you didn't see the way he's threatening COVID-19 to hold rally.
And he did his own campaign.
That's the irony. Look at the way he's threatening the people now, that if they rise up after he has been declared winner, that he's going to show them. He's threatening his own people.
This guy is just like Buhari.
It's worse now. This one and Buhari, no difference.
The Buhari that they told that if you lose this election, will you congratulate the winner? He said nothing can never happen. It's impossible. Nobody can defeat him.
Because he knows that he has rigged the election. Africa, you have idiots like these idiots ruling you for 30-something years.
Like the one we
and all of you are shouting that Bill Gates is your problem. Hey, Africa, wake up. Come out, defend your votes. Vote and defend your vote. Don't be passive, Africa. We're enough of these useless politicians telling us and ruining our lives. Then we'll start running abroad, running to Europe. Enough.
We'll be looking for greener pasture.
A young guy like this came out Instead of people to go and vote and stand for your vote, you let this bastard shut down internet and ruin everything. Now another couple of years of suffer and dictatorship from this ancestor, this old man that his spirit is even old.
Hey, spirit,
even his soul is old. His soul is old. If he dies now, it becomes a. I'm getting angry. I'm getting angry.
No problem. Don't be angered.
No. Africa, the things that happen in Africa is making me better.
Don't be angered.
You want up the episode, Jerry.
See why this is the problem we're having in Africa. You want to find a solution to a problem and you are angered. How can you be angered? Don't you know that an angered man is an angered man? You don't need to be angered. If you want angered, you have to slow motion your angered. Don't be angered to angered meet angered. There will be problem at the end. There will be a clash of the angerings. Any which way, as he has gone, don't follow him. Yeah, don't follow him on Instagram at Laugh Mayor. Yeah, don't follow him. But his name on Instagram is at Laugh Mayor. Me is at John Joshua Comedian. Follow us on all our social medium and please at Nigeria's Christian. And don't forget, subscribe, share, like, commentation, and don't forget token. Your products can be displayed here for a similar token. Justification bell is there. Don't forget to click it so that it can be justified. Bye bye. We love you. See you in another episode.